What's up, fight fans? Mainman Mademan here. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing. What up to the fam? And what up to everyone in Mainman Mademan's boxing form. Salute, salute. Hey, look, man. So the thing is this. So we know we're roughly about a week out now from the big old fight, the big fight card between Lamont Roach and Pitbull Cruz. I'm seeing a ton of shoulder programming being rolled out. I know that they had a public workout. Lamont Roach had a public workout out here in the DMV today. And so, yeah, we getting every bit of close, you know what I'm saying, for my man Lamont Roach to once again prove to the world that he is who he say he is. A damn good fighter. Caught the world by storm with that Gervonta Tank Davis fight. For those who didn't know much about Lamont Roach, he came and caught the world by storm. A lot of folks thought that Tank Davis was pulling another fighter up from 130 and he was just going to run on through him and knock him out. A lot of folks didn't know who Lamont Roach was. But for those who were in the know and knew exactly who Lamont Roach was, y'all knew that that was going to be a very, very contentious fight. We seen Lamont Roach do a lot of things in that fight that he normally honestly doesn't do. I've always knew that Lamont Roach had a lot of layers to his game. I mostly see Lamont Roach as he likes to outbox a lot, but I do know that he can bang. I do know that he's a good body fight, a body snatcher as well, and he's dropped many opponents to the body. Lamont Roach is a dog. There is no gray area there, fight fans. He is a dog, if y'all wondering, and that's going to mix very, very well with the style of Pitbull Cruz. Pitbull Cruz, just like his nickname suggests, a straight up pit bull, you know what I'm saying? He always comes to fight. I cannot recall a fight that Cruz has not looked to come and fight and push the action and try to make something happen. And I'm expecting nothing short of that in this fight coming up. Cruz, short, stocky fighter, comes forward, wants to get close within range and let his hands fly. That's how he likes to do. He normally, when those who beat him and can take advantage of him, it's normally due to his size and stature, and not to mention he's a bit flat-footed, so he can't cover the ground very fast. But if he's close enough on you, he is always down to take you down to Wartown. You know what I'm saying? He's willing to give a beating, man. Real spill. So this fight and the clash of styles should make for a very, very, very good-ass fight. You know what I'm saying? Something good to close the year on out. Now, the thing is with Lamont Roach, you never know really what you're going to get. I've been listening to a lot of his interviews, and he's been saying that he's going to stop Cruz. Like Cruz got problems. And I think that he looks at Izak's style and said, well, the guy likes to come forward. He don't like to take a step backwards. He's slow. He has slow feet, and he can't keep up with me athletically. And on top of that, he's short. So he's going to have to get around my jab. He's going to have to get around my straight shots. And I think that when Lamont Roach looks at this kind of opponent, that, it turns him into Birdman, bro. He started rubbing his hands, you know what I mean? And this is why I think that he's happy about this fight. Not to mention he's at the top of the ticket on the pay-per-view. And, this can be an action-packed fight. So this can be all good for Lamont Roach, especially if he wins. It's going to be perceived as an action-packed fight at the top of a really, really good ticket. And, of course, coming off of that Gervonta Tank Davis fight. So the momentum is still, up and high on Lamont Roach. Hey, this can be a really, really good, everything coming together the way it is, really good for Lamont Roach. Now, he has to be victorious. And I'm definitely going to lean towards Lamont Roach to get the victory. I've been looking at their sizes, and though Cruz is the 140-pound fighter, and Lamont Roach has not fought at 140, Lamont actually looks like the bigger man. We know he's a taller man, but he also looks like the bigger man body width-wise too, And I just don't know. Cruz normally travels between 40 and 35, so he's a bit small, you know what I'm saying? Even when Cruz fought Jose Rayo Valenzuela, like Rayo was moving up from 35 to 40, and Rayo damn near looked bigger than Cruz. So, Cruz is a small little dude, man. And I think that Lamont Roach once again looks at that and say, yo, if he's gonna come to bang, I'm down for the bang with him. But I'm just gonna give him a little bit more than just banging, because once again, you got to understand, fight fans, from what I've studied of Lamont Roach, his specialty is actually on the outside. That's his specialty. You know what I'm saying? He's more comfortable being in control of a fight from the outside, whether he's on the back foot or front foot for that matter. You know what I'm saying? He still likes the outside. Now, I know what we saw in the Tank fight. but that's because of the style that he was up against in Gervonta Davis. And maybe more than likely, if he gets back in there with Gervonta Davis again, that will be the style that he uses. But if you go down to his 30 performances, the guys, that's one of the things that honestly I thought got him beat against Jamel Herring. He was trying to, Jamel Herring, who was the taller, longer man, and Lamont Roach was also wanting to fight on the outside, but it was Lamont Roach that was forced to come inside on Herring because he was, the taller, longer man. And it looked like Lamont Roach just really wanted to sit on that outside as much as he could, but he couldn't reach the target from that zip code, you know what I mean? And we're going to have something that, like, vice versa like that with the Isaac Cruz fight. Well, Cruz was going to have to get close. He's going to have to get within range. He's going to eat a lot of incoming fire. He's going to have to pin down Roach. Roach can move. Roach can bang. That's what makes him such a good fighter. Layers to his game. So I'm expecting for both of these dudes, bro, to throw down. I mean, like, yeah, man, and make it a real good action-packed fight. Now, of course, if Lamont Roach wins, I want to see him going right into the Gervonta Tank Davis fight. I know that a lot of boxing fans, mainly the Tank fans, hate to hear Lamont Roach talk about that fight, but Lamont Roach should not stop talking about that fight. You keep talking about that fight. You should want that fight. They took that fight away from you. Gervonta Davis turned into a jelly bean. You know what I'm saying? So since he acting like a jelly bean, want to run out to Jake Paul and all of this other jazz that he involved in right now, then let him go over there and be a jelly bean. But when he ready to come back and be a real live fighter, look here, man, he owes Lamont Roach. I know that the fan bases between Devin Haney and Tank are going back and forth right now or whatever, but that's what we always do. I'm sick of that, bro. Roads that lead to dead ends. Let's go back to the fight that we need to be having, and that is Lamont Roach versus Gervonta Davis. I'm sick of boxing fans trying to distract away from that situation, and it's very, very unfortunate. See, the Haney fans, I'm fully aware, y'all want clout. And the Tank fans, I'm fully aware, y'all just don't want to talk about it. But damn that, when this fight ends, Mainman will be going on the diatribe, fight fans. Y'all rock out with the homie, and we going to put this on the top floor. We're going to keep on ringing that alarm. At the end of the day, Gervonta Davis owes, I repeat, owes Lamont Roach a rematch. Now, in Isaac Cruz's case, if Isaac Cruz win, there's a lot of fans of Isaac Cruz that want to see him get the rematch with Tank Davis as well. Me, not like right there. You know what I mean? I'm not with that because Tank beat him with one hand. Tank was injured in that fight, and he still beat Isaac Cruz. I have no reason to see a healthy Tank get in there with Isaac Cruz, knowing that he's going to send him the night-night. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just not that interested. But hopefully, if Isaac Cruz does wins, his name still is going to be ringing a ton of bells. And maybe he does get the Gervonta Davis rematch. I just don't know. It lines up politically for PBC, and that means a lot in these day and times when it comes to Premier Boxing Champion. So maybe, who knows? Maybe they give him another shot. But there's still a lot of good fights at 140 for Isaac Pitbull Cruz, or 135. Maybe the winner of Teo and Shakur. You know what I'm saying? There's names all around that just floating around that Isaac Cruz can perhaps get in there with. I'd like to see him in Richardson Hitchens. That'd be something interesting. You know what I mean? But, however, Isaac Cruz has to get into the winner's circle and beat Lamont Roach, which is not going to be easy. Too many layers to his game. And when Isaac Cruz get in there with fighters that got layers to their game, he starts to look like a deer in the headlights. It's easy for him to get in there with other flat-footed fighters that throw a ton of punches that can't move that fast. But when he's in there with a guy with reflexes, slick, can pop you from the outside, can catch and shoot on the inside and bang with you on the inside and change speeds on you and all of these different things, this is where Isaac Cruz runs into issues. So I got Lamont Roach beating Isaac Pitbull Cruz. How will he beat him? Well, we'll talk about that on the next upcoming live stream. Would it be a stoppage? Could he go to a decision? UD, split, majority. How's it going to happen, main man? Either way you slice it, I got Roach coming out on top. So we shall see. Tell Tank Davis, stop being a damn jelly bean. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Thumbs up on the way out. If you didn't hit it on the way in, share. Rock the bells. Keep in mind, fight fans, I saw Lamont Roach beat Gervonta Tank Davis, and then Gervonta Tank Davis and PBC ran for the damn hills. I'll say that one more again. He beat Gervonta Tank Davis, and his ass ran for the hills and turned into a jelly bean all day. To the next video, fam. Blaze out.